It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day.
Edders.
Well,
Fuck Edders.
I mean, Edders isn't the worst, but it's also not the best.
I think that's where I got that ticket from. I was like, yo, fuck Edders.
I mean, I don't. I got my
It
my ticket. I got on. Actually, each time I've been pulled over, it's been. Well, one was Creekview and the other was Carlisle Pike. The two times it was
Krieg View.
right after after my cousin's wedding. The next day, when I was going to pick up my car, I was driving Chelsea's car, and I set the cruise control for 35, and the guy said I was going 55 in a 35, and I was like, I was going downhill, so like I'll give you 45, but like, and I got a ticket, and I was like, this pissed me off, and 3 points on my license.
Oh, damn. That's kind of fucked up.
That's what I said. I was like, yeah, why are you giving me like the maximum amount of points?
Yeah, like you could have just charged me with like 5 miles per hour over, got your ticket written, and still got your quota, you fucking asshole,
And
and
he,
left the points off my license.
so afterwards, like I just agreed to pay it because like it's just easier than going to court at the time, because I was like, I'm not coming back from Lancaster to go to Mechanicsburg to go to court.
Right.
And I looked at the ticket after I paid it, and it was like the way he did it was like the stopwatch method.
hmm
And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, this motherfucker did the stopwatch method and said I was going that much over. I thought he got me with a radar gun, and he wasn't a
Not,
statey, so he
yeah, I would say
can't
not
use
unless he was
radar.
state. Yeah, I was saying unless
And
he
I
was
was
state.
like,
No,
so we're gonna rely on a human's capability of going like this
yep.
to measure my speed. I was like, fuck, that pissed me off after I already paid it. I was like, I should have read my ticket and I should have just like argued it, but at the time I just wanted to get through it and move on.
I feel you.
But that pissed me off so bad. I was like, you fucker. And then the other time was when Tyler and I were driving. Oh, who was it? It was two girls, like younger girls that we took to one of our shows, and like they need a ride home after the show, and like curfew is 10. Oh, it was Algoso, and I guess a cousin of hers, and we were driving, and this fucking dude was riding my ass on the pike, like by Walmart and stuff, and I was heading towards Cumberland Valley, and he just was literally in his truck, like, and I'm in my Corsica, and he's like right against me, and his headlights are shining through, and I was like, Tyler, flag him to pass me. So Tyler looks out the like leans his head out the window, and then goes like this, and the guy just won't pass, and he backs off. I was like, okay. So then we're driving by Cumberland Valley, and he does it again. I was like, Tyler, just I'll get in the fucking right lane, I guess. I get in the right lane, he gets in the right lane. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Then we go by you know the light by your house, David, off of Wolf's Bridge?
Yeah, yeah.
So a cop is on Wolf's Bridge and the light changes to red. So I'm sitting there, and then the car behind me, the truck, is like left 2 car lengths. A cop with his lights, no siren, comes off of Wolf's Bridge and does a U-turn and comes right behind me. I went, that's a bit odd. The light turns green. Fucking 4 squad cars come from the left, where that car dealer used to be, and 2 more come from Wolf's Bridge and surround my car. And the
Oh.
car and then another cop, it was an unmarked car and coming towards me, cuts in front of me, gets out of his car, points his gun at me, and asks me to get out of the car. I was like, what the fuck? And it's like the dude behind us, I guess he's either is a cop or is friends with the cops, and called us in and said we were throwing shit out my car at him, that we were driving reckless and doing all this shit, and Tyler was sitting outside the car, like sitting on my window and like flipping him off and stuff. And I was like, what? Like, I was so mind blown. And it was February, and I didn't have a jacket, and like they pulled Tyler and I out of the car. I go, can I wear my jacket? They said no. They took my jacket, start searching through my pockets, and then like handcuff me. They pull Tyler to the side, start questioning him. somebody leans into the car, starts questioning the girls, and then I'm
Mm.
sitting there handcuffed, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm really cold. Like it is like 30 degrees out, and I'm in a t-shirt and jeans. Can I have a fucking jacket?" They're like, "Sit by your exhaust." And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" I'm sitting, hovering like against the back of my car and by my exhaust to try and like keep myself warm, while
Right.
Tyler's sitting in the back of a squad car. They're questioning the two girls behind me, and I'm just sitting there going like, I have to get these girls home because it's about to be curfew, and if they're out late, then it's gonna be a ticket on me. And like, fucking after 2 hours of sitting there, and it was like already 9:30 when I was like pulled over. It's like 11:30 at that point, and then they're like, we're gonna give you warning for the curfew. I was like, okay. I'm like, what exact like I was like, what like what's the situation? They uncuffed me. They're like, you can get in your car. We're giving you a ticket. And I said, what for? They said reckless driving. Um, I was like, okay. They said it's lesser than we were going to charge you with reckless endangerment, but your record's clean. And I was like, okay, but like what for? They said your buddy was hanging out the car window, flipping off the gentleman over there and throwing stuff at his car. I said, no, he wasn't. He was waving him to pass me. That's not what he said. Okay. And then lo and behold, they're like, well, here's your ticket. If you don't like it, see us in court. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thank you, sir. And I held my hand out, and he goes, I don't shake kids' hands. And I was like, what the fuck? And I look over, and then like as I'm like reading the ticket and shit with Tyler, I'm like, what the fuck just happened to me? And I'm like trying to heat myself up in the car. And I look, and all the cops and that guy are just standing around laughing and talking in the Sheets parking lot. And I was like, these motherfucking cocksuckers. I'll never forget that officer's name, Officer Specca.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
I'll never forget that cop. I'm like, someday he'll get his just desserts, whether it's like herpes or like something. Like I was just like, the crazy thing is that I drove a Corsica, so like people who don't know, a Corsica is not necessarily an ergonomic car to lean out of. The window, in order to have lean out of it, you would have to put your feet on the seat and then sit on it to even get like an angle out the car. To lean out the car the way the seatbelt comes across, it's literally impossible. You can get like your arm out the window, but yeah, it's just. I'll never forget that day. I was fucking fuming. I was like, "I'll give you a warning for the curfew." Like, you're the reason that I had this. And I assume the dude behind me is a drunk asshole who's friends with cops. I mean, they were Carlisle PD, so
Hey, what are you drinking there? What you got there?
booty armor.
There you go.
Got my booty juice. But yeah, that was my.
Best drink on the market.
It's a real good one, man. Like, we're not drinking booze because Chelsea's on antibiotics and stuff, so I have
Body armor it
coffee.
is,
Coffee and body armor, ginger ale.
dude. I just got a coffee the other day. I went over to Starbucks because it's been a minute. You know I have to drink decaf and shit now.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried the apple fritter spiced macchiato.
How that?
Oh, dude, it was tight. It was so good.
Adams doesn't
Abs-
drink coffee. Adams is
Nope.
not a coffee man. I've tried.
Fair though. I mean, I did miss the flavor though. It'd been like 2 years since I had coffee, so it was pretty good.
Bro, nothing wrong with decaf. Larry David doesn't drink coffee anymore. He's a tea man.
Fucking hate tea unless it's iced tea.
I don't know. There are some good teas out there, like any of the refreshers. They're pretty good.
Done like refreshers like iced tea still though, not hot tea, right?
Yeah, I mean hot tea. So like I've
Like, I hate hot tea is just not for me. Cold tea though, and refreshers always, yeah.
so like
Refreshers are always delicious.
my favorite hot tea is called a Lady Grey. It's a different blend of an Earl Grey. And it's pretty good. And if you get it London Fog, which means with a little bit of cream or milk, it's pretty tasty as well. But yeah, every time we vacation with Adam, we torture him by taking him to fucking coffee shops. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck to get here. Refresher. What's something pink or fruity or delicious? Most of the time, you luck
You
out.
get I get at Starbucks. I get the drinks.
I
So it's
forget
like
the pink drink.
green drink, dragon drink, pink
Yes.
drink.
You say
Pink
the
drink was I got
you,
that
you
the
s-
other
you
day.
say the dragon
Unbelievable.
drink? You say the
Yeah,
dragon one?
he does dragon.
Yes, the refresher
do the
dragon fruit
drinks.
thing. Oh,
Yeah, with the coconut milk. It's
yeah, yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah. That thing's good.
Those
I
are
fuck with
so
that.
good.
Yeah,
So good.
that one's awesome. I was just that's
I'm about
exact.
to get one tomorrow,
As
actually.
soon as he said refresher, that's what went through my mind. I was like, oh yeah, that fucking
It's a good
Yeah.
dragon
one.
fruit one. Oh yeah,
Dude,
that's
with the
really good.
coconut milk is so good. I'm about to
I
get
don't
one
love.
tomorrow.
I don't really fuck with coconut unless it's coconut milk. Like I don't like coconut and stuff, but if it's like something that's coconut milk, I don't know why. I
Yeah.
love it. It's so
Bro,
good.
Body Armor's got coconut water.
Yep, that's the other thing too. Like coconut, anything that's usually got coconut water, coconut milk is pretty fucking good. I like it.
Ah, it's just so warm. Well, it's cold and it's warm in here, so it's like fucking dripping all over me and shit.
Sweating.
Bugs flying in my mouth, motherfucking country ass bitch.
Yeah, out here in this country ass country.
Yeah.
I love that video. I just watched that the other day too. I needed a laugh,
Good
and
old
I was like,
vines, man.
yep. I was like, oh, I remember this video. Fucking,
I wa-
just fucking. Oh man,
I
it's so
watched a
good.
vine today. This girl at my work said this. She goes, I watched an old vine. It made me think of you, and it was one I've never seen. But she was like, it was just this video where it was a guy. He's like, I want to make this little pamphlet thing with a bunch of information that I can share with people, but I don't know what to call it. And he's like, "What do you think, man?" And the guy goes, "I don't know. It sounds pretty good, bro, for sure." And he goes, "Bro, sure." And it was so funny. I was like, God damn it, that is me. That is a me joke. I love it. Like,
That is a good one though, bro. Sure. Yeah.
bro, sure. I was like, God damn. I was like, A, why couldn't I write a joke that funny? And B, God damn it. I've only worked with her for like a month and she knows my type of humor. I was like, this is bad. I was like, soon I'll start showing her like the real side of me and she'll be like, what a fucking weirdo.
Oh shit, this guy's weird.
Yeah, I'll be like, you want to watch some Letterkenny and then Auntie Donna? I was like, how are you now, you? Not so
The
bad.
good shit. Maybe she already watches it. You never know.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, I'll be like, hey, well, the one day I did, like, Charles and I were watching, like, something, and she was like, put on some Auntie Donna, and, like, I was in a group text between the two girls I work with who were just really funny, and, like, occasionally we just send vines to each other, and then they were talking about TV shows, and I was like, you guys should watch this. Neither of them responded to Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun. I was like, fair enough. I was like, it's not for everyone. Literally, it's not for everyone. Oh, man.
It's because that house is just that show is just fucking weird. No matter
Yep.
what, for a comedy, for anything, it's just weird.
It's like, I think you should leave now, season 1. It's weird, but it's really funny. And season 2 just was so different than season 1, but it was still funny. I still think my favorite skit from that whole season 2, Adam, is the shirts. When he's just talking about all of his shirts.
Dan flashes.
Yeah, Dan flashes. I spent,
They're so complicated.
I haven't ate for 3 days. He's just been not spending his money on his lunch and just going to Dan Flashes and buying shirts. Shut the fuck up, Dale! Like, just so funny. Just the way he just reacts. And he chokes on the hot dog. That's the other great moment. Oh, fucking hell. Oh yeah. How'd you feel about our assignment this week, David? Oh yeah. You know what? Fuck. I didn't even we've been recording, and
I don't
guys,
know.
I haven't introduced the show. I feel like I'm starting to get it down. We're starting to unite. You know,
It's
the
it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm eating an Abba Zaba anyway, so it's all good.
I'm a little jealous that you have an Abba Zaba because it always makes me think of half baked.
That's the only reason I get them.
It's such a genius thing. Here we go. Ready? It's just another day with
David.
Adam?
Elliott. Oh God. Arrgh.
Yeah.
Arrgh. When we get that, it feels like, I was gonna say it's not exactly like it's not like busting a nut, but it's like when you bowl and you see the ball going and there's like the two pins in front of each other and you're about to hit both of them. When you got the one and the whatever the fuck behind it, and you're like
The one and the 2 or the 1 and the 3.
yeah, you're like I see them both sitting, they're parallel with each other, and I know I'm gonna hit them both. That's what it feels like.
I haven't been bowling in so long, and I really want to go now.
when you're down here, we're going. Or fuck it. While I'm up there,
Yeah.
fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling. I think I got Thursdays when. So in 7 days I'll be there,
Nice,
and
nice.
that night I have wedding rehearsal, then bachelor party, I think, and I feel terrible because two of the groomsmen aren't able to leave their country. One's in Germany and the other one's in Korea. And
Damn.
because of the travel restrictions of the United States, neither of them can fly in until November, and the wedding is, the 10th. So, two of the six can't make it. So, but Brett from Japan was able to fly out because we are on good terms with Japan.
Luckily.
Yeah, and because he's vaccinated and all this stuff, so he's lucking out there. So at least the best man's gonna be there. But yeah, so that bachelor party is gonna be a good one because like he doesn't want like he's not a fan of strip clubs and stuff like that. So it's gonna be
Totally fine.
a chill video game and sit and drink and play cards type of bachelor party at his house. So I'm fine with that.
That's what I mean. We did. I mean, we didn't do strip clubs when I went to my cousin's one. I mean, it was a golf trip, so like
Yeah,
we just went golfing for a few days, and we went to the casino up in the Poconos. So
that sounds
that's what we
heavenly.
did.
If I
It
ever
was a
get
great time.
married, I want my bachelor party to be like maybe cabin in the woods. We drink or like or even I'd be fine with like getting fucked up, going to a movie theater, like renting out the fucking movie theater to watch whatever the fuck we want, and then like continue to drink and play video games, or even something fucking stupid like we just play like like Mario Party in a movie theater, like something so stupid, but it'd just be like fuck it, like fuck you money.
So you want me to bring the strip club to you?
I see.
Yeah.
Chelsea gets mad at me
They
because she was like, She was like, I will be at a strip club. She's like, I want titties in my face for a bachelorette party. I was like, fair enough.
There
go
you
for it.
go. I'm saying we can hire ladies to come to us. We don't have to
They
go to
can
them.
they can
The new
work
world.
the projector.
Go ziplining.
Sure. Yeah, the projector.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How about we go ziplining with strippers? Like we rent strippers for the day. They're not property, so I think that was the wrong term. Hire them for the day.
No,
Yeah,
I'd like to rent. I'd like to rent them.
Oh,
I feel.
they are the end pole. That's where they're dancing. And we slide into it.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. I was just gonna say like you get double harnessed and you're harnessed to one and
Oh, and they
ziplining with
do a
them.
lap dance on your when you're zip lining.
Sounds heavenly.
Oh god, that'd be hysterical.
Sounds like the
Most
things I dream about. It sounds
awkward
great.
shit ever. I would just love that, or just like spend the day. Like spend the day. They're thinking they're going there to dance, and you just take them like Hershey Park, and you're like, we're gonna ride
Yeah.
rides together. They're like, what is wrong with these guys? Like it's funny. It's just the story. That's all it is. It's just to make stories.
Have them
Yeah.
doing weird shit when they go to take the picture on the roller coaster. Like, pop your titty out.
Get us in trouble.
Oh,
Like, smash this can
Check
with
this
your
out.
boob.
Oh yeah, get a ridiculously big titted stripper.
Just break stuff
Yeah.
with their boobs.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was like, man, that's gonna be an all right time. Like I'm fine with that. They just want a chill evening with everybody catching up and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's respectable. I would want to do something like I haven't done that's not gonna make me feel like shit or guilty. You know what I mean? Like I have a
Yeah.
weird thing. Like I'm not a big like I've never been. Ironically, the number of times the band played at the strip club, not once did I ever like oogle women there and stuff. It just isn't my thing. Like I don't know. I'm not into
Yeah.
voyeurism, or like whatever it would technically be called.
Don't worry, that's my thing. I got enough of it for everybody.
But like yeah, but like go to a cigar bar or a hookah lounge and just get like toked up on hook, and then like drink and like go do some shit like driving range even or something ridiculous like or manly shit like shoot guns, shoot tannerite. explode some
Oh, we
shit.
we can do that. I got that covered.
I mean, we could just do that for fun. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
boom.
We can get some fucking shit. And
I will say, while I'm in PA, I totally gotta check out your new shotgun. I just gotta feel it. I gotta feel it. I also think we should do a
fuck that.
live episode.
Shoot the shit out of it.
I'm
Fucking let's put some holes in some shit.
I think I might grab my mic and fly with it, and then we can record a live episode. I think the first live episode in a while, or maybe we could do either a live stream on YouTube, or we could do a live stream on like Facebook. I don't
Well,
know. I just think it'd be
we
funny.
should be good no matter what because I got the Zoom here and I also have the camera. So
That's what I'm saying. That's why I need to
Ev-
just bring my mic, just so that I,
everything's covered.
because you guys have aux or why did I say aux? It is aux. I don't
We
know.
got the
You
cord.
got-
Yeah.
yeah.
We got the cords.
I mean, even
Yeah,
so, if I need to,
XLR
I could
cable.
probably borrow a microphone from any of the number of musicians I know there. Like, hey, I need a
Yeah.
mic for a podcast one day. I'll return it. That's the other thing. But yeah, I just think it'd be dope.
Oh yeah.
Live from Pennsylvania, just another day with Satan. Or we could
Every
do
morning.
a video game episode where we just stream our gameplay footage while filming us and being hilarious on the couch with microphones, playing our Jackbox games. Or the what's
That too.
what's the one that you have, David? That's really fun. I love that
Oh,
one.
use your words.
Use your words. That's my favorite
It
one.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It's fucking fun. That's
Now
a good one.
now that I know I can use that, because the music that was in the game, I probably can upload, and the episodes won't get taken down, so I can probably eventually do that. But that's another. I mean, I think we could just play it again sometime. It's good.
Oh hell yeah.
It's
Oh
a
hell yeah.
good time.
I think you can play up to 8 people on it too.
Oh man, I just need to get some. We need to get some people that wanna one play the game, and B, be okay with knowing people, like knowing having people know that they say fucked up shit. I think a lot of people are sensitive to it and are scared people will judge them, but like, let's be honest, it's just for fun. It's just for laughs.
Yeah.
People are gonna get offended no
Mhm.
matter what.
True.
Exactly.
But for every person that's offended, there's one person who got joy out of it. So let's focus on the joy, because I think too many people have
Oh.
opinions, and that's the terrible part.
There's probably more than just one person that gets joy for every person that's offended.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping, Adam. The world may look different sometimes. I see too many snowflakes on the internet, and it just offends me, because I'm literally sitting here every day going like, when did opinions start becoming like life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we were kids, like, I never once heard like my family like argue over like vaccines, or like argue over like dumb bullshit, like people's personal business. It's like we argued over shit like, you ate the last goddamn slice of pizza.
That's an important argument
Nah,
because
that's
I
most
because I
important
wanted
argument.
it.
But I'm not taking us down this rabbit hole, baby. I'm taking us down the comedy rabbit hole. We had
You know-
a great challenge this week for the budget, for a budget cast. I don't even know, what the fuck do you call this thing? Like,
That's
we
it.
I don't know.
It's more of
Whatever you
just
want.
a short explanation.
can
I
we
would
call
say.
let's call it the movie lottery, or the movie budget lottery fun time. The fun,
That works.
funny, fun,
Mhm.
fun.
I'm eating Pop Rocks as well.
I'll put it right up to the mic.
Hold on, I'll do a dump. Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
Taking it
Get some
down.
ASMR in this.
Oh, dope! I did get them both up here.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I can. That was fucking disturbingly loud. So, oh, yeah, there we go. It's our cast your comedy movie. So, I guess for the listeners, I don't know if we ever shared this, but we wanted to come up with like a way of casting a movie, writing a movie, like synopsis, but under a budget, to kind of restrict our creative juices a bit. I thought it was a good time. It was very very stressful. How do you guys feel?
Do I think the project was stressful?
Well, the overall thing, like I don't know, how hard is it to just have $15 and try and cast a movie with great people? That's the hardest
I
part.
I didn't have a hard time, to be honest with you. It was actually really easy for me.
You were like, fuck.
I
Like what?
literally was like boom, 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 and the first set of people that I picked was $15. I was like, this was easy. That was the easiest part. It was coming up with the rest of the idea was the tricky part.
Like writing a movie around the cast.
It wasn't really writing the movie around the cast so much as just coming up with a possible good idea. Something that's at least worth getting into. That was the only tough part.
I don't
I
know.
feel like I feel like I hit something that should at least semi work, but I also didn't like. I didn't write like a full fledged thing. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
no,
I
no.
just
I wrote a
nice
synopsis.
idea.
I
Yeah.
wrote a straight up synopsis of what the. I don't even think I wrote an ending yet. Nope, I don't have an ending. I straight up wrote.
That's all right. I just came up with my title like 2 minutes ago. So
Oh, is that what you were typing?
yeah, that's what I was looking up. Yeah.
Solid. Well, who wants to go first? Like, I don't know. Adam, how did you feel about it?
Well, I came up with like an idea, and then I kind of wrote that out, and then I had to figure out the cast, which was the hardest part.
I respect it.
But as I was coming up with the idea, I had different people in mind for the parts that we didn't have in our graphic.
Well, who
Ah.
who is your dream casting? Like, who would have been the star if you could have casted them?
Honestly, I don't even know.
You're like,
It was really like a side character that I really wanted to put in there, but we didn't have him.
who?
I don't know what his name is. He was in Hot Tub Time Machine. He's the young guy.
Oh, the guy with the
Kinda
glasses.
nerdy. Yeah, the nerdy guy. Yeah.
His name is I think it's a Clark something.
Sounds right. I don't feel like looking him up, so
Clark Gable,
Clark Gable.
Arthur Conan Doyle. He's also in Sex Drive.
It was
Yep.
Clark Duke.
Clark Duke.
I thought you were gonna say Rob Corddry.
Rob Corddry.
No, he would be good though. He would be fun. You know, he would do great in this movie.
Not on the list. Not on the list.
There's a lot on the here. How you know what? This was just round like the first set of movies. I think these are people that we can't choose next time when we make this list. So
Ooh.
I like that idea.
Well, I would say if none of us chose them, they can be recast into
Recasted.
another one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we can put them back in the pool, but anyone that we choose to put in the movies can't go back into the pool later on.
Also love this.
It's gonna be difficult. So I gotta
I mean, hey,
write them down or something.
don't worry
I'm
about it. I
gonna
mean,
forget.
you could
to
open
Well,
up.
you still have the whole graph on Photoshop, right?
Yeah, you could just put X's
Yeah,
over
yeah,
who
yeah.
gets
Yeah, I
picked.
would say you could just chuck an X up on them hoes.
Bingo style.
I'm just
Bingo
gonna
style with a D.
to the old Word document.
Bingo.
But yeah,
Type them out, then I'll do that later.
so let's hear it, Adam. Let's hear your movie.
Oh God! All right.
What's fresh on the brain? I figured it.
Reach.
All right. Let's start this. What do you want me to start with? The synopsis, the title, or the cast?
I say I would say like title,
Cat.
cast,
Yeah.
then synopsis, because I think the title is always like the tingling part.
All right. Title is gonna be called Clickbait,
Hmm.
but it's spelled
With a K.
like a group of people like click, like CLIQUE.
All right.
Okay.
Already hitting my. You're titillating me.
Yeah, I got a brain blast 2 minutes ago. All right. My lead role is going to be Michael Keaton.
Interesting choice. I didn't think he'd make anybody's list.
Almost made mine, but he's
Well,
too expensive.
you'll find out why he's made my list here in a minute.
Mm.
Mostly because I need an old guy.
Hmm.
Ah.
Old guy, for the most part.
Okay.
And I didn't want to use like a lot lower tier old guy because that wouldn't make sense to be the star.
Fair enough.
We got Catherine Hahn, um, Steve Gutenberg, Martin Starr, Will Arnett, Craig Robinson, and Jimmy O Yang.
Shit, yeah, you
Totals out to $15.
got a lot of actors
I
in there.
spread it out.
That is a bit.
Well, I got 3 $1 actors on there.
Yeah, nice.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
All right. So, movie is basically Michael Keaton. He, like, his wife like dies kind of early on in the movie. Kind of doesn't know what to do with himself. So he starts kind of like vlogging and, um, you know, just ranting about everything that's going wrong with the world and what he thinks everything should be, all this kind of stuff. Just basically everything that's going around the world. Um, he gets in with Steve Gutenberg. He's his best friend. He says, "You know what? These are really funny. People enjoy them. Let's put them out there on YouTube. Let's see if we can get some movement here. See if we can get some interest." Well, they do. They go viral. He starts getting thousands and thousands of um, followers and subscribers on his channel, and everyone's loving everything. He starts, um, just gets really big. Uh, he meets some other guys in there like Martin Starr, Will Arnett come along. They're kind of more on like the business side of it. They want to kind of monetize it and put like a subscription service on it to get more content for people, really make a lot more money off of these videos. Um, so everything's going well. You do like a little montage thing where the money's going skyrocketing. He's making millions and millions and millions of dollars on it. They're killing it. All of a sudden, they just, he's not really liking where the direction of everything's going with how the videos are being shot and everything. They want to start to change things around. He's not liking it. So then they decide they want to try to get him out of it and still just kind of keep the channel and everything like that. They're trying to just try to kick him out. So then he kind of teams up with some of these other guys like Jimmy O Yang and things like that, where they are kind of fighting it. He decides, I'm just going to end it. I'm gonna end the channel. I don't want to do it anymore. And he gives the channel to Jimmy O Yang. They kind of fight it out with Will Arnett and them because they're the antagonists, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I got to.
Hey, I think it's worthy. It's such an older generation type moment. Steve Gutenberg's like, you can throw that up on the YouTube.
On the YouTube or Facebook, things like that.
Very much reminded me of like the like Larry David relationship with Richard Lewis.
I fucking love
Yeah,
Richard
a little
Lewis.
bit. I kind of had that idea in mind.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, that's perfect. I was like, I love that idea. That rolls. That works.
I think Keaton would pull it off too. Like if you think about somebody who could
I
like
think he could do
come off ranty but
good
also
rant.
funny, but like charming. Keaton was a solid choice, and Will Arnett being the businessman, and Martin Starr also being like the sidekicky
He's like the
businessman.
techer, really on the tech side of it. Yeah.
Will Arnett's clearly an entrepreneur who just throws money at things, and Martin Starr is the guy who makes everything happen.
Yeah.
That's solid. And
I
Jimmy
realized
Yang, the
I did
intern.
not put Catherine Hahn in there at all, but she's kind of like the love interest, like girlfriend kind of thing that comes along
I was gonna say she could
after his wife dies. She just kind of comes in
secondary
advice
star.
or something. Yeah, secondary kind of,
She's a
whatever.
YouTube star.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of media mogul. Who knows?
I don't know. Just threw her in there. Needed some kind of female role, kind of love interest kind of thing going on.
I mean, she could be the counterpart where he's like super ranty and stuff, and she runs like a liberal rag.
Oh, you know what? Maybe she's the one who gets him to not want to do the channel anymore.
Yeah, she
Like
opens
they
his
start
mind
like
to the
dating
new
or
world.
something like that. Yeah. she's like, "Yeah, you don't need this anymore. Let's go live out in the country or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Not have to not deal with all this shit anymore." Ooh, that's a good idea.
Put the phone down. You don't need it. That's what she's saying to him.
Yeah, you're old. You don't need this shit anymore.
I like it though. I think it's pretty sick. I think it's got that potential where it's almost indie comedy, but it's dark indie comedy,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's got Gutenberg, so
absolutely.
I'm already a fan.
I mean,
Gutenberg.
as soon as we said Gutenberg on the list, I said I have to put him in my movie.
There's nothing wrong with that. I
Just
was going
because-
to, but he wouldn't fit the story.
Just because of that one time when we were looking for something and Gutenberg showed up in the movie that we didn't know he was in. It was incredible.
Dude, what the fuck movie was that even? I can't even
Something
remember.
about spiders, lava spiders or some shit.
Yeah, it was lava spiders. It was
Whatever it was.
lava lantula, something like that.
That's what it was.
Fuck off.
He literally is
Lava lantula.
yeah, so it was a lava
yeah, yeah,
avalanche. It was a lava. Oh man,
what was it?
lava
look it up. Hold on.
tarantula movie where it was basically like a volcano explodes with these volcanic spiders inside it, and like Steve Gutenberg is not even. It doesn't in the description of the fucking movie doesn't say he's the main character. Like it cites all these other people. We're watching it. We're like, wait a minute, is this Steve fucking Gutenberg? And he's the dad, and like saves the day. And it's like, this was like a
Yeah.
movie made in like 2012. So it's like,
Awesome.
it was fucking hilarious to see him.
2015. It's called Lava Lantula,
Yep.
and also Michael Winslow was in it.
Yep.
So there you go.
God.
Police Academy alumni.
The old Police Academy reunion.
Yep. It was a sick movie. Shout out. Shout out to sci-fi movies.
Shout out Lava Lantula.
And Steve
Unbelievable.
Gutenberg. You want me up, Dave, or you up?
Oh, it had the fucking ham.
Oh, it
had
did.
ham
Yeah.
from Sandlot.
Yeah, it did.
Forgot about this cast. Holy shit.
It's a good movie. It was actually like a fairly good movie for
was
like
great.
those sci-fi channel movies. It was like it's like not as viral as Sharknado, but I think it deserves to be.
But the best part of him was what's his face was in it from Sharknado. Ian, what's his name?
Yeah, they cross
He
each
had a
other's
very
paths,
small,
and he
like,
goes,
cameo.
"I have other stuff
Yeah,
to
he's
deal
like-
with."
Yeah.
Because it was like I guess it takes place during Sharknado in the lore. I don't even know. It was funny.
In the same universe.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a good film. I don't know, D, you or me?
You can go ahead and go if you want. If you
Yeah, I mean,
if
I'm
you
fine.
feel ready.
I'm fine with it. So, my movie, like my way of going about this was I had to think of a title first. I was like, what kind of comedy am I making? Because easily I could have gone the indie route. Because like the what is it, Wes Anderson type. Like I could have gone that Wes Anderson route with like the Moonrise Kingdom and that shit, and like Big Lebowski type stuff, or Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Those are some of my favorite comedies, and they're not exactly like, I wouldn't call those like standard comedies because they're really fucking funny dramas. Like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is one of the funniest films I've ever seen, but like I don't ever just think of it as a comedy because it's like I don't know, it's just great. We thought you was a toad. Like, that shit's awesome. But I went the route of like, oh, what has been influencing me so much? And it's stuff like sports. Like sports comedies have been really my thing. Like the Mighty Duck Show is incredible. I really like most of the stuff that is made with David Green and Danny McBride, all those guys. So I had to make this a show for Danny McBride. It's called Stripes and Whistles. And it's got Danny McBride. I got Aubrey Plaza, Jason Bateman, Craig Robinson, Andy Richter, and Chris Elliott. And I did request to have one special guest who's only in a 2-minute scene, and it's for a joke. And that's Kurt Russell. So this movie is about Dan McBride is a ref for NCAA college hockey. And he is a corrupt ref. Like, he's taking payoffs to make sure certain teams lose and certain kids get more goals and shit like that. Like, he is a super fucking shitty human being. That's awesome. And so he's a corrupt ref. And Jason Bateman works for the NCAA as a person who is sitting there to sift out like when cheating and conspiracies are taking place. He was a dude who tried to be in the FBI and failed. He tried to join the CIA and couldn't pass that test. He tried to become a police officer and couldn't pass that test. And was like, you know, really good at crunching numbers and ended up getting a job with the NCAA, and then was also a really big fan of true crime and shit and investigating. So naturally he fell in this position. And there's a situation where Aubrey Plaza has a son that she wants to get ice time, and she wants to make sure he's on a winning team. So she goes up to Dane McBride and is like, "Oh, I hear you can make it so people, you know, will get more ice time, and like, you know, you can sway games and shit." And he's like, "I don't know what the fuck you talking about, lady." So she's like, presents drugs and is like, "I'll fuck your brains out." And he's like, "Whatever." Q2, they're banging in a hotel room and just doing coke and shit. And she's like, "So you're gonna make sure my kid wins, right?" And he's like, "Yep." And she's like, "All right, well, you better, because..." And then she shows that there's a fucking video camera set up filming the whole act. And she's like, "If you don't, I'm gonna expose you and you're gonna go to jail." And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And like, he's like, "Fuck my life, god damn it, fuck," freaking out. So her son's team is in the Final Four for the NCAA tournament, and the coaches are Coach Andy Richter, you know, Craig and Chris Elliott, and Kurt Russell's the fourth coach. And it's just funny because Miracle on Ice and stuff. But when he shows it, like, he's like, "All right, fuck, well, I got to make sure this kid wins this, like, his games and gets like noticed. Otherwise, I'm going to fucking jail because this bitch is gonna expose me." He goes out to the ice, and Jason Bateman has been like throughout the movie, you know, just like snooping on him and like following him to his car and like taking pictures of him and shit, and like they're having confrontations. But he goes out to the ice, and his normal lineman's not there. It's fucking Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman got like a certificate to become a ref, like during the movie, so that he can, you know, keep an eye on this fucking shit while it's going on. And I figured, like, while the game's going on, comedy ensues where Bateman's like keeping an eye on Danny, and Danny's just trying to like play it off like, "Oh, I'm just reffing the game," but he's also like, "Fuck, I have to make sure this kid's team wins and that this kid can get fair shots." And there's gonna be like, I guess, a moment where like, you know, the kid does a really bad penalty and Danny doesn't call it, and it leads to Bateman and Danny fighting on the ice. And lo and behold, like, it'll be like Kurt Russell brings it to the councils, like, "Hey, fucking look into this ref because I'm pretty sure he's been rigging this game." And I don't really have a good ending in mind yet for it, but I figured like at the end of the movie and stuff, like, clearly, like, it's found out that all of the coaches but Kurt Russell have been paying Danny McBride for games. So like, everybody's corrupt. Like, the joke is going to be everyone is corrupt in this league. Like, all the coaches, you know, all the refs. And at the end, like, Jason Bateman gets dismissed because he went too far to try and catch Danny McBride. Danny McBride's fired because, I mean, clearly he's been accepting bribes. But like, they don't want to arrest anybody because it will make the NCAA look like a fucking joke, and like nobody wants that. So like, they just basically just fire the guys and don't press any charges because like nobody wants that scandal being out there. And I think like in the end, probably like Aubrey Plaza, like, I don't know. I was gonna have her hook up with Bateman, but I don't think I need her to have a love interest. I kind of like the idea that she's just like manipulating everybody, or like I'll have her end up with like Kurt Russell. I think that'd just be funny. He just ends up fucking Kurt Russell in the end, and her son gets drafted. But yeah, that's all I have.
Sounds pretty tight. I'd watch it.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's classic Danny McBride, and I wanted Jason Bateman to be this like a guy who wanted so badly to be a detective or like a cop or like an agent of some sort, and like he has this fucking mediocre job that he's just taking way too fucking far. I love like that perspective, and I know Danny McBride would just be like perfect in the setting as like a ref and just dealing with some dude as a nuisance. And I like all the coaches being like hilarious people like Andy Richter, Chris Elliott, like Craig Robinson. Like, could you imagine them yelling at kids like, "Come on, you're getting your ass kicked out there. You're making yourself look like a bunch of little bitches." Like, and Andy just getting fucking frustrated, and Chris Elliott just not caring.
I could fuck
I
with
like
it.
it.
That sounds good. I like the idea of them just have like all those. I like the cast. The whole cast is fucking
That was my thing.
solid.
I didn't want Aubrey Plaza to like have too big of a role because I sometimes think like I don't like typecasting her. I feel like she was great in the Chucky movie. Like
She was.
I thought
She was
that was
really
like
good.
a fucking nice branch out for her because it was like, oh shit, she can be that too, not just like the awkward weird girl. But yeah, and I just like the idea of Kurt Russell literally just being like a coach because of Miracle on Ice, and I was like, that would just be funny, just seeing him with a giant Santa Claus beard, just being like, get out there and play some hockey, and then later just showing up with Aubrey Plaza on his arm. But yeah,
I'll say this: I would love it if at some point in time at the end of the movie the NCAA gets taken down because fuck them.
yeah, although yeah, I just think it
Personal
was,
opinion, but you know,
I agree. Like I
fuck
just
them.
did the NCAA because I was like I wanted to use a
Pay the
hockey league, but
players.
something. Yeah, well, bro, there's
Well,
so
they
many arguments I would
kind of
have with
do
them.
now, but yeah, the NCAA is so corrupt, anyways. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, they're as bad as FIFA and the rest of them.
Yep.
But yeah, I came up with the title first, then I got the cast, and then I was like, all right, let's write this movie. I was gonna put Nicole Byer, but I couldn't find a spot for
Well, that's not a shocker.
her. And I
She
didn't
was.
know any of
She
the
hit
other
the list, and I
females.
was like, I don't think I'll be using her. I'll be real.
Yep.
Like,
I just
I
named
don't.
her because I don't know. This is so ignorant of me, but I really don't know female comedy people anymore because I don't like when we were thinking of female comedic actors, I was thinking Octavia Spencer, and I was like, but she's not
Oh,
always funny.
should have put in fucking Tiffany Haddish.
Miss Pat,
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
hey, she can be on the next list.
Or
But
fucking Wanda Sykes. That'd been hilarious.
I think the next list will branch out and get weird and do an all-female cast.
I would be down for that.
Ooh.
I would
Yeah.
not
Ooh,
know.
what if we
anybody.
did like Nah, I'll save it for later.
All right, hey,
It's a half-baked idea. I still gotta fully
No, no.
bake it.
we'll full bake it later.
Yeah.
But I'm so far loving like this. We need to do more of this. This is a good time.
Yeah, this is.
Get
I
those,
like this.
get
Is
those
fun.
juices flowing.
Mm-hmm. Creative baby. Dave, let's hear it.
All right.
Let's get fired up.
So I'll be
Action.
honest. I didn't really know what to do with the title.
Mm-hmm.
So the title is a working title at the moment.
Totally fine.
The working title I'm gonna go with is "What's a Bear."
I mean,
Um,
you already got me laughing because it's just
Yeah.
like what a title.
Yeah, and the cast I'm going with is I'm going with Will Ferrell, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, Catherine Hahn, and Rose Bryan.
I'm loving it.
So that's currently the cast.
Yep.
Movie, I don't really know how to say to start it off, whatever, but the idea is that we're gonna have Craig Robinson as kind of like a social media influencer person, somebody who posts to like Instagram, TikTok, shit like that daily. His shtick is gonna be that he's, kind of a more woke activist comedian type guy, but not so far, just a little bit. He's not like shoving it down anybody's throat, but you can tell he's just, he's a supporter is what I'll say. We'll
A
go
nice
with that.
guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a supporter. His girlfriend, but she's gonna be like the unknown girlfriend, is gonna be Rose Bryan. What's gonna happen is he's gonna do something to get himself canceled. He's gonna say something against gay people that's gonna be a slur. He's gonna do something to get people against him where they're like, "Yo, we have to take this guy down. I can't believe he said what he said. This is insane." Well, I figured we'll have him at like some type of maybe like nightclub scene or some type of function with a lot of people, a lot of cameras, and he's gonna say something off color while he's fucking drunk or something. And people are gonna be like, "Wow, you're done." But to counteract it, he goes home, tells his wife, tells Rose Bryan what's going on, her girlfriend, however we want to play that, and she goes, "I got the perfect idea. Let's tell people you're fucking gay. If you tell people you're gay, then what you said isn't going to hurt as much because a gay person can say whatever they feel like about gay people without any repercussions. That's just how it works." And he's going to be super hesitant, but he's going to be like, "Are you sure that's the only thing?" And as he's saying that, he's looking at his phone, he's seeing all of his followers go down, everything else. So another day goes by. He decides he's going to make an apology video and he's going to do a apology slash coming out video. He does the apology slash coming out video and then follows it up with, "By the way, I've been in the closet so long, I haven't really had a chance to see what real love was with another man," which is going to be a very funny thing to see in camera, having Craig Robinson say that. And he's going to start a gay reality dating TV show like The Bachelor, except he's going to be the person who's after a husband slash boyfriend. Where it's going to cue into now seeing Danny McBride and Catherine Hahn living in like some fucking straight up piece of shit trailer. Like it's falling apart. They live on like a dirt lot, no grass, no nothing. And they're kind of like talking about their finances, trying to figure out. She's talking shit to him. She's like, "You can't hold a job, you piece of shit. Every time you get a job, you get fired in like 2 days." And he's like, "And what the fuck have you been doing with your life? You don't do anything. You just sit here and mooch off me." He's like, "I've had this trailer for 23 years. I haven't seen you put any money into it." They just get into this silly shit, and then they just so happen to see as she's scrolling through, she finds the video and sees there's a link at the video to apply to be on the dating show. She's like, "You know what? All these dating shows pay the cast members, they pay the people." She's like, "What if we get you on the show?" She's like, "What if we try to get you on?" She's like, "You look like a bear anyway. I'm sure any dude would fuck you." And he says, "What's a bear?" And then they get into this whole fucking explanation about what a bear is and how the gay community works. He's like, "How the fuck do you know about so much gay shit?" And she's just like, "My brother's gay. Don't worry about it." And they just get into another weird conversation to move on. So of course, the next thing we're gonna see is they're gonna move into this like bachelor pad type thing where it's just obnoxiously flamboyant. I mean, shit's pink with fucking rainbows, unicorns, lollipops, all sorts of shit that you just would not expect. It's a fucking bubble machine, like just the gayest shit you can. This is the most stereotypical gayest shit you can think of. They get in the house, they go to start the show, they meet the host of the show, who's gonna be Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell is gonna be like the way the guy hosts The Bachelor and shit. He's gonna be doing all the interactions with the cast members and setting up the dates and all that other shit. And the best part is, I'm gonna make Will Ferrell like that perfect 50-50 character. We're on camera. He's super polite, super nice, all about like gay people, gay rights, and everything else. But as soon as that camera turns off and no one's looking at him, he just goes the exact opposite. He's like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" He's like, "This isn't right." He's like, "I can't stand these gay people. This is ridiculous. Love should be between a man and a woman." And just goes off just doing his whole like crazy Will Ferrell shtick where he just flips the script. And through the silliness and all the dates and everything else, finally, it kind of comes down to where you get like the final like 5 people, and of course Danny McBride's one of them. Between this, Craig Robinson's been talking to his woman, Danny McBride's talking to his woman, and the whole time there's like this suspicion where Danny McBride's like, "I don't think this dude's gay." And they kind of strike up more like a buddy buddy relationship rather than a gay relationship. They're just bros at that point where they're just hanging out watching football, fucking talking shit, swimming, doing all sorts of other shit, but still trying to make sure they think they're gay. They're trying to like play it off as gay. And then somewhere Danny McBride, he's just like telling his wife, he's like, "What if you try to fuck him when he's not here? What if when we go out one night and they're doing like a club appearance thing, what about when the cameras aren't on? What if you try to seduce him and try to fuck him?" And then her response is, "Oh, I've always wanted to fuck a black guy. Let's do it." So it's perfect for Catherine Hahn, dude. For Catherine Hahn, sitting there like, "Oh, I've always wanted to fuck a black guy." Like, I feel that'd be real funny. That'd be a great fucking moment. So they'll go to the club. She'll seduce him. She'll get just about to the point of fucking him, but then of course they'll have some type of evidence against him to prove it, and then they'll use that evidence with Danny McBride's character against Craig Robinson, even though they're like, even though they're bros, he's like, hey man, what's this? He shows them the evidence on his phone, shows the video. They get into the whole, where the hell did you get that? How could you do this to me? And then I really only got about that far before I could figure out how to really end it. But from there, I'm still thinking about what I would do, because in my mind, I was like, it'd be funny if I ended it and they both left their significant others and ended up being gay with each other, or they did, or they ride it out. Craig Robinson pulls a bro move, picks him, lets him make the money so they can like live out their life with whatever money they make from the show, blah blah blah. Because those people always get paid.
Hmm.
And then Craig Robinson gets his whole shit back. Like he's famous again. Nobody hates him. He gets his followers, blah blah blah. And then he can go live his life without anybody fucking bitching at him for being a anti-gay member of society and all this other bullshit. But that's my idea. That's where I'm rolling with it.
I love it. I think like the only way
Yeah.
to end it would be that, like, yeah, you have the ending where you can do either the bittersweet ending where Dane McBride makes away with the money and Craig Robinson's like left, you know what I mean, like where they just like he's like, here's your rose, and the person's like, and just like leaves him at the altar type of
Right.
situation, and like he's left there humiliated,
Yep.
and then he could like basically he'll still maintain his followers, and Danny McBride gets the prize and all that, but the video somehow gets released and he loses everything, but then he can just live his life like a normal person with the person he loves, while Danny McBride makes a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Or you could have I like the idea. I would also love to see the idea where they maintain like a fake relationship while still having women on the side, and like
Right.
that could be the setup for like the next movie. Like, cause you have what's a bear,
Yeah.
and then the sequel could be like making a twink or something. You know what I mean? Like it,
Yeah, just some obnoxious shit, just something silly. A title that you're just gonna be like, what?
yeah, like
What the fuck?
I love the idea. Like, I mean, it's not hashtag woke, but that's not what this movie's about. This movie's about making fun of like
Everything. It's just
that
all comedy.
the people trying, like the foe of those people who are pretending to be woke, but really they're fucked up, like Craig and Danny McBride's people.
Exactly. All a facade.
Or even better, dude, you have it so like at the end of the show they get together, and then like you do a tabloid spin where like Craig leaves him and ends up with that girl. So it's like, you know, he comes out as bi, or he can say trans, like he goes trans, and then the way the show ends is Dane McBride is looking for love because
Yeah.
he needs more money.
Right. They spend it all right away.
So it's like when they did I Love New York after Flavor of Love.
Yep.
You make it
Exactly.
a fucking joke like that. In the shit, then it will say his show will be like barely finding love or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
A joke on the fact that he's a bear.
Right.
I love Danny McBride, so I think he can do anything, and I love the idea of Craig. I think Craig Robinson could pull off that role
I thought
very easily.
that's what I thought when I was getting these roles together. At first I had it swapped and I was gonna have Catherine Hahn with Craig Robinson and Rose with Danny McBride, just because I thought it would be funny to see them, because in my mind it was always switched. But I was like, if I switch it this way, I can fuck with the roles a little more and make it a little more interesting and make them play outside of their normal character boxes. And I was like, no, because in my mind I just thought it'd be so funny to listen to Catherine Hahn say she always wanted to fuck a black guy on the phone, and like Danny McBride like look at his phone like, bitch, what? What the fuck did you just say?
And Rose the whole time being like, "You need to get your followers back." Like,
Right, exactly. Yeah, she's
very
after
much
the
like,
yeah, she's after the clout. She wants the fame. She
like
wants to
she's
be in
his.
that lifestyle.
I think like she's his agent, like lover / agent, and is
Exactly.
like,
Yep.
no, motherfucker, like I love being with, like she's with him, but she's realistically with him because like he makes her a fuck ton of money. I think like that bit of confusion from him too. I think that would just be funny. Like he's just like he starts questioning himself. He's like, I don't know if this bitch loves me, but Danny seems to love me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that would be so funny. Like he starts thinking like maybe I am gay. I really like watching
That's
baseball with
what.
this dude.
That's why I thought the ending would be actually really funny to let it like roll out that way. I thought that would be really funny if
Some
they
bird
both ended
cage.
up being gay. Yeah, they were just like, oh shit, maybe I am gay, and they ended up fucking being gay with each other. I was like, that would be funny. Just having these women just like, what the hell are we supposed to do now?
Yeah, it just fucks those two bitches over who were like forcing their men to do this thing to make them money. I think that'd be a good ending too. They're
Yeah,
both like, fuck it, man. Like, if being gay is this, just hanging out with your best friend all day, and then occasionally getting your
yes,
dick sucked.
sign me up. That's
Uh,
why when I came up with the idea, I picked the cast first, and then was trying to think how I could roll that into like what idea, because I was like, man, if I was gonna make a movie, I was like, how can I like properly spend that $15? And I knew right away I wanted Danny McBride and Craig Robinson. Like those were the first two picks, no matter what. That
those are
I
good
wanted
ones.
them.
Who did
And
we?
then after that, I was like, I need a top tier. I need somebody on that S tier up top. And I was like, it's got to be Will Ferrell. Like I went through it, I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm gonna go Will because you already know that Will Ferrell and Danny McBride
They're
are fucking
hilarious.
gold. And then you already know that Danny McBride and Craig Robinson together are also gold, and all three of them were in fucking Eastbound and Down together. So and
Eastbound
other
and
things together.
down.
So together, I figured that was a solid cast. I was like, okay, bring in these women, and I was like, oh yeah, and fucking uh, Craig Robinson was in the goods with fucking Catherine Hahn and everything. I was like, all right, cool. So this should work. Like this should be a fucking cast that knows each other, can play off each other, and make this really funny. Like, that's a movie that if you told them the idea, they could probably write it as a fucking improv
Oh yeah.
and just let it roll. Like you wouldn't have to write any
Oh
fucking
yeah.
lines. You give them the premise and the set, and they'll make the lines for you.
I think if there was ever a time this movie could be made, now would be like the perfect opportunity during the pandemic because like one, it's it's outlandish enough to be real. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's such a play on how Hollywood and I guess like social media people like influencers are where it's like, one week they're like in the suicide force playing with a dead body of somebody who killed themselves, then they make an apology video, then they're boxing Tyrone Woodley, and then making millions. And then all it took was them to say sorry. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I did a really fucked up thing, but I apologized, and now people
And
love me.
that's the other idea I had, where he would start comparing his fucking situation to other people. Like, what the fuck? Logan Paul can dangle from a dead man's body on fucking Suicide Force, but I can't say what the fuck I said. He's like, that's racist. And he just goes on like a separate tirade.
I
Just
can't,
goes off about shit like that.
I can't deny a blowjob shot in a bar when I'm wasted. Say I ain't one of them fucking Peter Puffers. Just something ridiculous, like something that's not like something that's like offensive, but not like a super offensive term. Like he goes, "Really, Peter Puffers?" Like,
So ideally, if I was gonna do it, you have this scene, right? Like, let's say they're at a bar and it's like him drinking with whoever. It doesn't matter who. He's just drinking with some other person, and they go for the blowjob shot, right?
it's like David Levy.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So David Levy goes down on a blowjob shot, throws it back, no hands, some seriously fucking questionable sus activities. And Craig Robinson laughs his ass off. He's like, "Motherfucker, that was the gay. It's so gay. It's the gayest shit I've ever seen. That was so gay." And then I just want to have Wanda Sykes at the other side of the bar, like turn her head and be like, "What? You remember those fucking ads? Like, that's so gay." He's like, "What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
And
What?
what does that mean? That's so gay." Everyone fucking her and Hillary Duff did those commercials. I was like, "Yo, that'd be great to reenact that fucking commercial."
That would be
In the
fucking
middle of
great.
the fucking scene to start the bullshit.
Hillary Duff is the waitress. Like
It
the
would be great
fuck
if
did you just
Hillary.
say?
It'd be awesome if Hillary Duff and Wanda Sykes were at the bar together, just having a drink, and that happens, and they just like cock their heads to the side, like,
The
"What's that?
fuck did you just say?
What if I said that was so girl in a red shirt and a fucking skirt?" And like, what?
I just think, man, I, I honestly, I like that's a movie I totally wish existed. That was a fucking curveball, dude. That was a good one.
You like that?
I do.
Yeah,
I
that's
like how we
good.
all went different routes too. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty solid. Damn, who knew? We all like comedies.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Can
man.
you can you finish it? Can you write it the rest of the way through? That's the real question.
I
Not a
don't know.
chance.
That's not our. You know, we aren't. Well, I mean, I technically I am. I've written screenplays. I haven't finished them. I have to rewrite my one again, and then I still have to write our. I really think if I were to write out our Utah story, that would be a really good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like I was
It had a
so
lot
like
of good bits.
I listened to it again, and for those of you, no, I'm gonna address people because apparently this is a podcast not just for us. I'm starting to realize other
To
people
talk
listen. If you
to
have
talk to the
not gone
people.
back and heard our fucking episode about Utah, our movie Utah about fighting Mormons, sorry, that is
No,
what
say it like just like that. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Fighting Mormons.
fighting
Yep.
Mormons, our Mormon horror film, fantastic. Uh, but now I have to write that one. But like, yeah, we're more like idea people. We're like the creative storyboard people. We'll come up with the story. You write it. You know, we just get the story credit. Like, you know how there's always like written by story by so and so. That's us. Written by is you, whoever wants to write it.
We're not directors. We're executive producers.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the job
Yeah.
you want. You make more money.
What do you do? Nothing. Like,
Literally nothing.
yeah.
I show up
What do
on
you do?
set.
Nothing.
I
I
critique.
laugh and I give thumbs up, and then if it's not good, I'll say it's not good, and then you have to fix it.
Like
What you
Lynn
about that?
Shay, dude. Lynn Shay makes so much money being a fucking executive producer. She's the lady who was like in Kingpin
Yeah.
from all those Insidious movies and other horror things. She's just a producer. Her and her brother, or I think it's her husband. I can't remember. They just produce shit, and they make so much money being executive producers just to show up on set.
You know, I have to tell you this. Anytime you say the name Lynn, and you were like, yeah, and her husband, dude, there was this fucking kid that my mom used to babysit way back in the day. Kid was kind of retarded. Still is. Like he legitimately is like partially retarded.
I didn't mean to
And
let him know that. I apologize.
no, it's funny.
Well,
And his parents have this fucking weird name. Like if you ever met a couple, you're like, what the fuck is your name? Yo, the dad's name was Lynn, which I was like, ew, that's weird. If as a kid, I was like, a dude named Lynn, grow up. But his mother, his mom's name was Linda. Was fucking Lynn and Linda. Yeah, I'm glad you guys made the same face because that's the face I make
What?
every time I hear. Yeah, Lynn and Linda. I was like, bruh, you can't fucking be real right now. Oh shit, Lynn died though. I forgot. We totally went to the funeral when I was like fucking 14. Yo, R.I.P. Lynn.
yeah, I mean, still, like, I would change my name. That's like I would never. I don't think I could like if there was a girl named Elliott. I don't think I could kiss her. I
Or
wouldn't.
him or him. Maybe it's
No,
Elliot Page.
I've kissed
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've kissed a few guys. It's not my cup of tea.
So you kissed a boy and you did not like it.
I did not. I only did it because we were playing the Killers and Tyler was playing bass, and it made all the homophobic people in the crowd feel really weird.
Get over here and kiss me. Kiss me.
Just a little peck on the face, and people look at us like, "The fuck was that?"
There, boy, kiss me on the mouth.
The Perry County men start going rolling their sleeves up. What the fuck was that?
I ain't fucking gay.
I ain't fucking down with that. That shit was always the best. Oh man. Well, fuck. We'll have to record one next week. Probably maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday.
Whatever. You just tell me the day. I got tons of ideas.
Word. I mean,
Mhm.
we can write another movie. We could do everything. Chelsea's already beginning to work on our Halloween special. So
Tight. I'm ready for that. That's gonna be fun.
fucking excited. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be
just
a good time.
also like I have to think. We don't. We could even necessarily just save the next recording for when we're all together and just say fuck it.
Or we do
We'll do it
both.
live. We can do anything.
Do it
Do
all.
it all.
Have one in the hopper then.
That's what I said. We could do it all. Yeah, we could have one in the hopper. Oh man, it's just, I love writing these movies and I love this stuff. I mean, now here,
I had a good time with it. I like for real. It came pretty quick. Like for me, that idea only took me like 10 minutes.
oh,
I'm not
mine
even
was
gonna
an
lie to you.
hour.
I was like boom boom done. I was like that's funny, and I like went to bed.
Lunch break. That's how I wrote mine.
Yeah, I kind of came up with mine in the shower, and then I figured the rest out.
Bro,
Pervert,
shower
like
thoughts
the
are
cats.
the best thoughts. Like, let's not lie. I've had some genius ideas in the shower. I don't like sharing a lot of them because some of them are really fucked up. But
I can't share what I do in the shower. You know?
I churn butter, you sick fuck.
I churn butter in the shower. Now I mostly spend time arguing with myself in the shower in case I have to argue with somebody else.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Good way to do it.
What? I just spend that time. I'm like, yo, okay, so I'm like playing chess in my mind. If I said this, then they could react these 3 ways. How do I counter these 3 different reactions?
I'm 10 moves ahead of him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm way past. Like, you can't catch me, dude. Like, I started the race yesterday.
I'm the
You're
queen's
so
fucking
far
gambit,
behind.
bro. Bring it.
Playing mental chess.
That's
Can't
funny.
handle it.
Well, fuck yeah. I mean, I'll address anybody listening, all 3 of you that's made it this far. What do you want to hear? What would you like? What are your
Pick your
thoughts?
favorite
What are your
movie.
feelings?
What's your
your
favorite
opinions?
movie out of the 3? How about that?
That's true. I would
Talk-
love to find
talk
out
to
people's
us.
favorite opinions. Don't be afraid. Don't.
Yeah,
Hey,
we want to know.
let me get intimate with you. Don't be afraid. You can talk to us. You could leave a comment, like,
A
subscribe.
kiss.
You could be on the show if you wanted to.
What are your shower thoughts?
Tell me, what are your shower thoughts? No, seriously, I would love to just have a random person on here. How fucked up would that be? Who, first person to comment on this video, I will contact you. And
That'd be nice.
I will get you on an episode before the end of the year. That is a guaranteed. That's not an official guarantee because there's no like that's impossible sometimes. Some people would be really hard, but you know what? If you're someone I know, I'm drawing. You know what? Let's narrow this
We'll
window a
figure it
bit.
out.
If I actually know you and I have your cell phone number, you might be able to get on this. But if I don't have your cell phone number, please don't put it down below. People will call you, and it won't be me.
Might be me.
Probably David or somebody he knows. But you know what, guys? I think we've officially written 3 great movies and surprised each other with just how fucking cool of a movie. And now we have to come up with a whole other list. We'll figure that out. We'll spitball that out later. But it's been just another day with
David.
Adam?
Elliott. I've done it. I've ended the pod.
The show has ended.